Regular exercise helps keep our body at a healthy weight as well as lower our risks of developing certain diseases. But without proper nutrition, we would not be able to get good results. What we eat before and after a workout can affect our performance, recovery, and progress. So let's talk about the importance of pre-workout and post-workout meals. And joining us on this discussion is Dr. Smita Naram, an Ayurvedic doctor and co-founder of Ayushakti Health Center. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you.
So, doctor, to begin with, so how important is pre-workout and post-workout meals?
Very important for two reasons actually. One is that you need to maintain the stamina during workout. And the second reason is that when you work out, depending on your intensity and if you're doing it daily, then you are breaking, the muscles are breaking a kind of a protein known as glycogen. Now that protein is something that repairs, it plays a major role in repairing our muscles and rebuilding them again. So if you don't really do a right kind of pre-workout and post-workout, then you will feel exhausted, nauseous, low blood sugar, or sore muscles all the time, achy throughout the day. So for that reason, it is important that we take care of our nutrition if you are working out.
What will happen to our body if we work out on an empty stomach? Any like serious side effect that we can face if we work out on empty stomach?
Yeah, it depends on every person. For example, like me, for example, I am already touching 60 years of my age.
Oh.
So somebody more than 45, 50 whose metabolism anyways is slowed down should still eat something before workout, but not very heavy. Should be like a right kind of smoothie 45 minutes before the workout. But if a child is doing a very heavy athletic activity or a young person is doing a very heavy activity, should actually have a proper meal before 1.5 2 hours before workout, or a very heavy smoothie with the right kind of carbohydrate, protein combined together.
Okay, so
just to be safe, I would recommend a kind of a smoothie, because if you are very heavy on in your stomach with your meal, then working out will be lazy. You will not be able to perform.
Yes.
So it is always be a light, like very light in your stomach, but at the same time not very empty. So 45 minutes to 1 hour before workout, somebody can take this smoothie depending on the age. So for the younger people and the children and everybody, bananas are the best because you need good carbs. So 1 or 2 banana, but somebody of my age can replace that banana by apples, because then it's not very carby. At the same time, it gives you energy. So banana or apple. I don't believe in artificial drinks, the smoothies that is available in the market, because they are loaded with lots of chemicals, flavors and artificial sweeteners, etc. So I prefer that people add dates as a sweetener, or banana, things like that, and add raw protein in the form of pea protein or rice protein. Because I've seen that most people who use whey protein, they get so many allergic reactions and they don't even know, like they're coughing all the time or bloated feeling. In spite of working out, the stomach is like bloated all the time. And they're thinking, why? So whey is really creating this gas, bloating, cough, mucus, all these things. That's why I prefer always that we use this raw form of vegan protein like rice and pea protein. And also add, for example, my age, I would use less carbs before workout, and I'll use more fatty kind of things like nuts, healthy fat. So 10 almond, 5 walnuts. So that's the drink I drink before I do my workout. So that's the ideal smoothie recipe. I would not recommend eating a full meal just 1 hour before workout, rather than have a smoothie or a protein bar, which again is loaded with so many chemicals sometimes, like flavors and preservatives. And I don't really recommend that. But in case you want to do something quick, then this is another option.
Okay, so and for post-workout, one should take
post-workout diet is very important, because that is something that you need to plan in a manner that it will decrease the muscle protein um breakdown. Like muscles are using glycogen. Glycogen is a kind of a protein which is broken down and used when we work out. And that is again helping to build our muscles. So we have to make sure that this protein is again replaced so that your muscles have capacity to repair and rebuild again as soon as we finish the workout. Otherwise we'll feel tired and sore all the time. So after like 45 minutes to 1 hour of finishing the workout, somebody should take a good meal containing a healthy carbohydrate, proteins and vegetables combined together.
Okay.
So it could be a sandwich made from the whole grain. And again, I have seen that gluten from wheat particularly is quite, a lot of people are intolerant. And they don't even realize, because they get this constipation, bloated feeling, on and off diarrhea type of thing. Especially, people who are working out, they are taking supplements and there are these allergic reactions. So I prefer always to take carbohydrates in the form of sweet potatoes, millets, quinoa or jowar, ragi, that kind of a thing. And lots of vegetables should be added in that, and along with that proteins in the form of, of course, if you are eating animal protein, then you can go for salmon and chicken or eggs. But being vegan, like I am personally myself doing every day 1 hour heavy workout.
Okay.
And I take my protein intake only from the vegetarian source, and I have seen that it helps a lot. So you can go with the beans and or mung beans, for example, has like 99% of the proteins which you can find in animal protein. It's quite matching with that. So mung, very thick mung bean, not very thin, because thin means you will dilute again, less protein will come. And lots of vegetables, broccoli, spinach, mushroom. These are the vegetables which are really proteinous. They are fibrous. They're very good for health and help with the metabolism and reducing the cholesterol, improving the insulin secretions, everything. So that is what I think we need. And that kind of a balance is necessary after an hour. But also people who are working out a lot, especially weights, these three combination, simple walking, you don't need a lot of diet concentration. But people who are doing 6 hours a week workout, which is a combination of weights, functional training, and also cardio, like swimming, running, dance, aerobic, all of this kind of cardio, these three combined together, I think you will need, those people need to keep taking meals after every 3-4 hours actually, in order to make sure that the nutrition is sufficient. Otherwise your muscles will get sore and you'll feel constantly achy and tired in your body. And then the stamina will be gone for the workout. So that's what is my recommendation.
Okay, so doctor, you mentioned about the importance of having adequate amount of protein in your diet if you're working out. So how much an active person, how much protein an active person needs in a day?
Here I also want to talk about protein, but also I want to talk about healthy fats. Especially people who are working out, who are more than 40-45 years of age, according to Ayurveda, because I am also Ayurveda, so I always think who you are and what you need. So according to ancient science, after 45-50 years we lose our fat, we become dry, our skin gets dried, muscles get dried, bones and cartilages are drying, and dryness is creating injuries, lots of injuries. For this reason, I always recommend to have a good amount of fat and protein, both actually in the diet. So fat in the form of avocado, nuts, seeds, etc. Quite good. Salmon, again, fish is very fatty fish. Protein, at least, men and women have a little different, but people who are really working out, as I explained, 6 hours a week, the men will need at least between 1.8 grams to 2 grams of protein per kg body weight, almost. And women would need at least 1.2 to 1.4 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. So if
Mhm.
somebody says 60 kilograms, 60 kg in their body weight, a woman would on an average need at least 80 grams to 90 grams of protein per day, while a man would need probably 120 grams. And you cannot get this completely from the diet, to be very
Mhm.
frank with you, even if you
Oh,
eat 5 times a day. And you
okay.
can't stay just on protein diet. You need to have carbs, otherwise you lose your stamina to do
Mhm.
workout. So you need a mixture of carbs, protein and fat,
Mhm.
vegetables. These four combined together in a right manner. For this reason, for example, me, I am a vegan person, and even people who are eating animal fat, they don't get completely. I'll give you an idea. For example, 100 grams of any animal product would contain protein between 25 to 30 grams, not more than that.
Okay.
And against that, if you eat a lentil, mung bean, for example,
Mhm.
uh, cooked and very little water, just sufficient water to cook, not like any gravy, but like
Mhm.
whole thing. If you eat, you will get around 25, 22 grams of protein. So the difference is not really great between the vegetarian and animal protein content.
Mhm.
So you need to, like, I'll just tell you exactly how you can plan this 180 grams of protein, or sorry, how you can plan around 80 to 90 grams of protein for women and 120 for men.
Mhm.
So as I told you, that whey protein, people are intolerant and they don't even realize, but they get bloated and cough, mucus constantly.
Mhm.
So I would stay away from that. Instead of
Mhm.
that, go for vegan raw pea protein and raw
Mhm.
rice protein. So I keep this at home, and what I do is in my roti, which I
Mhm.
make it from ragi and jwari, and I
Mhm.
add a lot of hot water so it becomes very soft. And in that I add 30% of this raw protein powder.
Okay.
So I don't even know there is a protein there. It tastes beautiful. And
Mhm.
I get my protein from the roti, the same roti which would normally give 10% of the protein, straight away
Mhm.
jumps to 25, 30% of the protein.
Mhm.
So, and then I use a lot of vegetables like spinach, broccoli, Brussels sprout, that mushroom, that kind of vegetables, along with the lauki and other things which are necessary for your body.
Mhm.
They also have protein. So I mix good vegetables which are squashes, who doesn't have a lot of protein, but we need them because they help digestion of the protein. And then I use also this proteinous vegetables always in my meal. There are two kinds of vegetables. And then there is a very thick mung bean or dal or something which is very, very thick, because
Mhm.
then the protein concentration is quite good. So in one meal itself, I would make sure that I get at least 25, 30 grams of protein. Okay. So both meals I would trick like that, adding protein powder in my rotis. Sometimes I add it in the soup, and cook it. So
Mhm.
again, you get this protein through that, and you don't even get the taste. It's very nice. Then I use it in my smoothie with apple or something, make a very tasty, delicious smoothie. Sometimes I use even pani puri water and make my
Okay.
smoothie. It comes out very good, actually, very tasty.
Mhm.
Jaljeera water you can use, because I don't want to use sugar. Sugar is again inflammatory, very inflammatory.
Mhm.
So white sugar is something that is not good for people who are working out. So I stay away from that. This is how a vegetarian people can use nuts, seeds, almonds, tofu, proteinous vegetables, excessive raw protein powder in your rotis when you make it, or just smear it in your vegetable gravy or the soup gravy. And this is how I think we can manage, and I achieve easily between 80 to 90 grams of protein every day.
That's a very helpful tip, doctor. So, doctor, as we are spending more time at home and because of this COVID lockdown and the new work from home culture, so weight gain has become a concern for many people. So, could you suggest any
Yes.
diet tips to avoid any extra kilos or to maintain a healthy weight?
Yeah, diet is important, but the most important is planning your day. Because what happened that first, when we used to work, go to the office, we would travel at a fixed time. We will go to the come back at a fixed time. Now, when we are at home, we don't follow that.
Yes.
So first of all, create a schedule. You break down your day where you, in fact, what I did personally, like I'm so happy that lockdown started. Since then, I have never been going to the office at all. I don't love it anymore, except when I have to see clients, I go to the clinic. But everything I do it over the Zoom. But the thing is that 2 hours which I saved on traveling in general, 1.5 hours, immediately out of that 1 hour I'm spending on workout now, very religiously. Earlier it was a struggle. I had to pull it out from somewhere else, and half an hour I'm using it for meditation and reading good things. So my mind and body is exercising every day. And still I'm putting same number of hours that I am doing, and by 6:30 I stop. So you need to create a schedule, a diary in which you will write down that, okay, this much to this much time I am going to work out. Then this to this time I will work. And then evening again I'll use it for a little light walk. So morning workout is far superior than doing in the evening actually. So both has different impact, but light walk is very advisable if you are already worked out in the morning. And then you can just spend time with your family. So this is how, first thing is planning your day, and don't do everything, because since we are at home, we just tendencies to do immediately jump into doing things without scheduling, because we are just there. And second thing regarding diet, I would say that stop completely wheat, because wheat and glutinous product like maida, particularly refined food, white rice, white maida, white sugar, all these refined things are very inflammatory. And most of the times we look bloated, it's not even fat. There are 70% people who work out like mad. They do the diet and still don't lose weight because they have water retention and inflammation. They don't lose tummy. Other areas are thinner. Why? Because it is inflamed. There is gas and bloated. So for this reason, it is important to not take glutinous maida and white rice. Instead of that, take a lot of whole wheat chapati with mixed grain, like add some jowar things, so you get also besan or moong atta, so that you get a good protein. I forgot to talk about soya, but I do use actually soya chunks. I powder them and put it in my rotis. So that has like 50% protein. It is so rich in protein, and you can get variety of protein by changing different things every day. So for this reason, it is important that you take only 10 or 20% carbohydrate in proportion throughout the day. Even if you are working out, I think 20% carbs are fine. You take at least 40% of the protein, lots of vegetables, and also 20% of your diet should be good fat from avocado, seeds, nuts, etc. Because that fat, the nuts and seeds, that good fat actually keeps you very agile and flexible. That's why you need that, and it prevents the injuries. That kind, and it will help lose weight. That is the fun of it, because weight is increased from carbs and inflammation causing foods more than the fatty food. That is what is my conclusion after treating more than 300,000 people from obesity on this planet.
So doctor, we now know what we should eat before and after the workout. So is there any food that we should avoid before and after the workout?
So before the workout, avoid heavy meals. Stay light. You don't have to be empty stomach, but stay light. So avoid everything from maida, refined flour, a full meal where you will stuff your tummy completely, like, in Sanskrit there is a phrase akanthapan, like you fill up until the throat.
Yeah.
Don't do that just before workout. And stay on the side of carbs, which are good carbs, easily available to you when you're working out, like banana apple, this kind of thing, and take protein in the form of a smoothie, as I said,
Yes.
rather than a heavy meal kind of thing. So that is one thing I would say. And after workout, instantly eating something heavy like bad fat, like samosas and pakoras should be avoided completely. Because after workout, if you feed your body with the right kind of nutrition, a good fat from nuts, seeds, or avocado, or a good oil, like olive oil, that, or even the cream from the milk is fine because it's natural. It's natural. It's not refined or processed. So something very natural fat and protein more, and some carbohydrate, which will keep releasing sugar constantly. So avoid after workout taking rice and potato type of carbs, which are like giving you instant boost. There is a rush of the carbs, but then after sometimes it is gone. So when you do the weights, that kind of a training is actually burning the calorie throughout the day. So then you need something which is constantly supplying you with the carbs and the sugar to keep yourself energetic throughout the day after workout. That's what I feel. Yeah.
Okay, doctor, many people suggest having a warm water with lemon first thing in the morning for weight loss, or like to reduce the inflammation or bloating. So what do you say about this? Is it a good idea to have
some people feel, actually, you know what? Some people feel good with the lemon, but most people don't, because nowadays the digestion is not working very well. The gut health is slightly poor, Like I would recommend even buttermilk with protein shake before workout. It's good for the gut health. But lemon, if your digestion is not good, will create acidity. It is alkaline only after you digest. Yeah, it is alkaline only when you digest it very well. But if your digestion is slow, you will create acidity. So I would tell people, don't put lemon, because hot water with ginger is the best thing to lose weight. The best. You can put some cumin, coriander, fennel powder, and ginger. This is the best tea because it calms down acidity, but we are acidic, that's where we get bloated. But also it is improving metabolism. So people lose weight better by taking this kind of a herbal tea throughout the day or in the morning, rather than hot water and lemon. That's what is my experience.
Doctor, lastly, any diet or anything that we should have just before going to the bed? In the Ayurvedic diet plan, is there anything that we should include just before we go to sleep?
A very good question. Thank you. So first of all, we should not, and I do believe in, at least if you don't want to go extreme side of intermittent fasting, I have seen great benefit at least by fasting for 15 hours, which means if you are sleeping by 10:30 or 10 o'clock, then eat your meal by 7 or something already, between 7 and 8, and don't eat in between anything. But some people get kind of, hungry just by 10 or 12 or something suddenly. That time it will be great idea. If you are not intolerant, you can drink warm milk with little nutmeg and cardamom, or you can drink almond milk.
Okay.
You can just take you can just take a cup of almond, 2 cups of water, and just blend it in the blender and squeeze out the milk, and that you can drink it like almond milk. It's a wonderful milk. So that's what I believe. And in order to get a good sleep, you can add a teaspoonful of ghee, so that you don't get acid reflux coming up. Your vata is calm and you get a good sleep, because sleep is something fundamental in order to recover and wake up very fresh in the morning. So that's how you can get a good sleep, and still don't eat anything at night which can disturb your sleep.
That's a very helpful tip, doctor. So thank you, doctor, for joining us and sharing all those tips.
So lovely talking to you.
Yeah, thank you, doctor.